Hello, everyone. My name is Nina Stark. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Virginia Tech, and my research is focused on looking at sediment transport processes from a geotechnical point of view, as well as on developing new methods and approaches for geotechnical characterization of challenging coastal environments. As you probably can tell from my accent, so I am not originally from the US. I'm originally from Germany, where I also pursued most of my education. I received a master's degree in geophysics from the Westphalian Wilhelms University in Münster. And then I did later a Ph.D. in marine geotechnics at MARUM at the Center for Marine and Environmental Science at the University of Bremen. In between, I had the option to work as a research assistant, a non-degree seeking research assistant at the University of Hawaii. So at that time, like a few items or a few aspects that really guided my career were getting into the field and getting on research cruises. So that's something I still very much enjoy. I love going out in the field, testing new techniques, trying to figure out things, measuring things, even if it sometimes doesn't work out the way we want. But this is really something I truly enjoy, and the opportunity to do that during my education was really a driver for where I wanted to go with this. Another key aspect, you see that I put my main advisors during that time here also on this slide, and they were really great mentors. They have been very different in their mentoring style, from being much more guiding towards much more expecting more independence, as well as very different in their communication. But overall, I feel that was really a key thing, how the mentorship guided me, helped me open up opportunities. That was probably a key part in my career. Another key part was actually having the opportunity to pursue some research abroad, going to different places, not only into the field, but really across the world into the field, or to visit different academics and just experience how practically working in the same field could be very different in different places. And then I started doing a PhD, also going to conferences. Actually, my first conference was the MTS IEEE Oceans in 2009 in Biloxi, where I had the pleasure to also meet some of my fellow panelists here. And it was a great conference for us young folks in the postdoc ward. It was for me a real eye opener to have the opportunity to talk to so many other students who are in a similar situation. They're maybe in a totally different place where things work very different. They may be working on very different aspects of the field, but just seeing all these different pathways, these different things people are passionate about, and just enjoying the communication and really just hanging out also with great people and talking about the work you do as well as other things. So that was really, for me, very career driving. I then followed up with a postdoc and another postdoc at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. That was with LAK and the Department of Physical Oceanography. And so you can see that I moved quite a bit between disciplines, what now may be seen as a really great advantage, but at that time, it was not that common. And to be honest, it was not very driven by a big plan. It was more driven really by that I really enjoy these things. And I like to shift around a little bit in the perspective and in the methods, how we're tackling things. And at that time, I would say I was still not very decided on if I would want to do academia, industry, or maybe a federal agency. Probably I was at that time mostly inclined to working at a federal agency. But then going to Canada and seeing again like a similar but different academic system. Alex had a very open door policy. a lot of communication with the students, while also independence, and I really enjoyed that. And I think that was the last little bit that I needed to drive me to more towards academia. And on top of that, Virginia Tech had at that time a position where they were looking specifically for someone who could bridge geotechnical engineering and coastal science and engineering. So that was a really perfect fit. So looking back at this and thinking a bit more about what were really the key aspects that impacted my career and that were guiding where I went and what I did. And so one thing that has always been very important to me is like, do something you enjoy. I hope that message really came across, that I don't think there was much career planning in my career, but I practically followed things I was excited about. And I truly believe that I was good in it or good enough in it because I really enjoyed it. Embracing challenges. So there's a lot of challenges on the pathway, small ones and big ones. Small ones where you just may go to places that you are new and things are working different, and they can be frustrating because you haven't figured it out yet. And there's just so many obstacles, or big ones where just something is really hard to figure out, or there's just like limitations that are hard to overcome. So there are challenges, but these challenges also can really drive you forward when you can actually tackle them and sort them out. Supportive mentors are really important in my opinion. I was lucky to have a number of supportive mentors that really maybe were not like the most diverse group, but never made me feel that I would be different, or so that's really something I truly appreciated too. And then an open mindset. Sometimes things work different and turn out different than you expected, and that can be surprising. And sometimes you just have to be open-minded about it. And then it is hard work, and I think that's just something to realize, that you have to work for it to get where you want to get. But so there are some caveats with that. So while I really do something I enjoy, there's also certainly hard times and things that you don't like so much. And I think that's just something that every job brings along. And I think that's just something you have to accept and get over with. While these challenges are there, sometimes they're really big. And I think it's important that you don't tackle them then alone, but that you have a good team, that you have great mentors, that there's a pathway to tackle them together. Supportive mentors, but they should challenge you. They should not also only pat you on the back, but also put challenges in front of you to bring you more forward, to get you to new places. And then open mindset, but don't go down the rabbit hole and get lost in all these things, but that could be, but also trust what you know and establish a base from that. And while we work hard, we should also play hard. I'm a very strong believer in a good life-work balance, and I think that is really something that I want people to take away from this. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm happy to take questions in the Q&A round. Thanks.